Hey everyone, just real quick at the top, we had some audio issues with Jamie's audio. There was just some background noise and stuff when we were recording that unfortunately we couldn't work around. I've done the best that I could to take it out. Hopefully it doesn't detract from the episode too much. But if it does, apologies. Sometimes we run up against these audio issues that we can't avoid. So thank you for your understanding, and I hope you enjoy the episode. Hello and welcome to Respect the Crit. I'm your host, Ian Duncan, and my pronouns are he, him. I will be playing Shiny's Two Scoops Charizard, the Dragonborn Wizard, part of our Merry Fellowship, and also in that fellowship is Alex Herrera.
Hello, I'm Alex Herrera. I'll be playing Enkäg, Nito, the Wood Elf Paladin / vigilante, mask vigilante, not superhero, not there yet. Getting there. Not
yet.
Not quite
there.
there.
Because preteen at the
moment.
Oh,
/ transform to a 12-year-old child. Yeah, I forgot about that.
We got a real Tom Hanks big story going on.
Yeah, Benjamin Button. More Benjamin Button. Yeah, more Benjamin Button.
Yeah, sure, yeah. And Benjamin Buttoning right along with us. Please welcome Susan Spenader.
Hi, I'm Susan. I go by she, her, and I'll be playing Dactyl, the Dragonborn Bard, also she, her. And, okay, I have a question about Benjamin Button. I can't remember. Is his lifespan accelerated too?
No, it's so he is, so size-wise, he starts off as a baby, but an old man baby. So he has all the problems of an old person.
Yeah, I can remember.
Physical external problems of an old person.
I remember that.
Right.
I just couldn't remember if it was accelerated too. Okay.
And then it just fucking gets worse backwards. So like he ages, but instead of
But in a
becoming
normal human lifespan. Right?
Yeah. And instead of becoming an old man when he gets old, he becomes literally a baby when he gets old.
Yeah.
See, but that's the thing. I know we're getting off on a Benjamin Button tangent here, which is something that we always do on Respect This Crit.
It is.
Like he comes out the size of a baby,
Yes, yeah.
and then grows to an adult and then compresses down back to a baby.
Yeah.
I feel like he should come out as a full-grown
That would be
man.
Awful. Are you kidding me?
That poor woman.
That poor mom.
But
But it makes more sense,
what if it's
right?
like a decomposed body that comes,
Oh,
and that's why he
No,
grows?
stop.
Yes, it's getting creepy Halloween plague core weird, and I like it. That's the Benjamin Button I
We're
want to
about
see.
like 8 months too early or 7 months too early for Halloween. Like half a
It's
year.
never too early. Never.
It's like Pride, baby. Pride never stops. Halloween
Damn
all the
right.
time.
Yeah.
Sorry for the tangent.
No, that's fine. That's okay. That's my fault for
That was
explaining.
my intro, guys.
We apologize for nothing and leading us in this unapologetic tangents to Benjamin Button and Halloween. Please welcome our dungeon master, Jamie Lee-Bonés.
Hello, I am Jamie Bonés, she, her, and I will be playing everybody else.
It took us a while to get to you, but here you are.
Yeah.
Here we are. Jamie, I gotta say, I have been thinking about playing this ever since we stopped playing this.
Yes.
It's been so exciting. Not only because it's a nice break to just play a character at the table, but it's also a really compelling sort of world that you've put together.
Oh, that's so sweet. I'm blushing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ian. That's so nice.
Well, it's all deserved, and I hope that it raises the pressure on you because the bar is high. So
Yeah. Well, don't you worry. It's all downhill from here. Literally, we're just going to get deeper and deeper.
deeper. All right. Well, let's go deeper down the Grayhill, downhill from the Grayhill, and let's jump in. Jamie, please take us away.
When last we checked in with our adventurers in the ghosts of Grayhill, before venturing into the mountain's depths, the group stopped in the settlement's Temple of Unity to ask for aid. Tahra had her rapier blessed by the god of Lucknjord, and unfortunately Enkäg had his not blessed by the goddess Bridget. Now, with a map of the cavern and the knowledge that the temple runner's sister would be amongst the heroes, they go back into the embrace of the mountain.
As the group slumbers, Tahra sits tuning an instrument of some sort. And Tahra, would there be a fire going while you are on watch?
Do I have night vision? I don't think Dragonborns do. So a low fire.
A low fire,
Like
more
the embers.
Like embers, okay. Well, in daylight, you would be able to see that this cavern is miles long. Almost Minecraftian, if you will. It's basically a crevice under the mountains and beneath the settlement of Grayhill. And you can see these pokes and streams of sunlight, but that's during the day, and it is unfortunately night. And now the cavern that was once so full of vastness and life seems very shallow. The only light you can see is from the embers of this fire that you're tending to during watch. Now, before we left last session, I had you roll just a flat d20 and you rolled a 15. So that 15 sort of sparked what was going to happen next, but I'd love for you to also roll a perception check to see if you notice what's going to happen next.
Okay. Nope. That's a 7.
Those are good, right?
So really the only light that you can see besides this ember is a very, very dim light coming from deep, deep within, miles away from you. And like we heard before ending last session, a chirping sound in the distance.
I think I will wake up my party members, not everybody, because I don't know if this is a threat yet. But the people I know, or at least have known the longest, these couple hours.
Right. Your fellowship.
Yes, the fellowship. I will awaken the fellowship.
What's happening?
Shh. There is a light and a chirping noise. I am unsure of what it is.
I wasn't asleep. I was awake the whole time.
I'm sure you were, so I'm sure you are aware of this chirping noise.
Yeah, the chirp. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear it. Totally.
I was having the most wonderful dream that I was the greatest wizard of all the land and savior of Grayhill. They made a statue of me.
You know, one of my mentors always told me, dreams are like assholes. Everyone has one. Nobody cares. And he kind of like gives himself a high five. He's like,
I don't have an asshole. I have a cloaca.
blank slate.
I can't show it to you or discuss it any further because you're 12 years old.
Incognito nods.
You'll learn about it in health and science class.
I need a permission slip.
Yeah, you do.
I can't just learn about that right away. That's not how this works.
Yeah, boys, as enlightening as this conversation is, the chirping.
We listen for the chirp.
And you are going to notice after waking up your group mates that it's getting a bit louder and the light from further away is getting brighter, almost illuminating off of the cavern walls.
Oh dear. I'll wake the others as well since it's getting closer. And then Tahra goes to wake up their new party mates.
Well, Lorelei just loves that, loves being woken up.
I'm sure.
So they are all going to awaken, and as they're sort of waking up, you can start to see in the distance these lights, almost like fireflies, It's so far away, it's really hard to tell what it is, especially with a 7. But they look as though they're migrating through the cave system, floating, flying, teleporting through space and time. It's really hard to say what they're actually doing. But there is this eerie, echoing chirp that goes along with them, almost calling to you, beckoning you, and you're starting to feel a slight pull towards these illuminated orbs as they get closer and closer to the party.
Now, Jamie, are these...
Yes, shinies.
Are these fireflies like from the BAFTA award-winning game The Last of Us and HBO hit series, or are these fireflies like the insect?
These are fireflies like the insect.
Thank you for the clarification.
Yes. That was more for flavor, though. The closer they get, it's definitely becoming more apparent that they are specter-like orbs.
Oh, okay.
Giving a very, like, Kodama effect throughout this cavern.
As they get closer, I was just going to say, Tahra's going to be like, does anybody know what those are?
Well, let's see if anybody might know what those are. But how about everybody roll me I want to say a history or a religion check.
Ooh,
Both are terrible because they're intelligence-based for me.
Oh, those are my good ones, but I rolled a 2.
Oh my god.
I got a 20. Oh my god, and we have to respect the crit and do some extra stuff.
You about to be 12 years old. You about to become my age.
Well, this show is called Respect the Crit, and we're gonna have to do that.
Oh my god.
For better or worse.
So let's take care of that critical roll. Susan, can you roll me a flat D20, and we will figure out which tarot card you are pulling.
Yes, ma'am. I love that I asked, does anybody know what that is? I'm like, oh wait, guys, no, I know. I got a 9 for the listeners at home.
So this, oh my gosh, that is very cool. How am I going to add that to what is happening now?
Add.
Well, okay, so we're gonna have to come back to that, I think.
Okay.
But let's continue on with what are these floating orbs in the sky? So as they get closer, Tahra, you and Fullman will both know, and I'll give you different perspectives of what you do know. You will know that, oh, these are definitely some sort of apparition because of the way they are coming in and out of space. Like they're here one moment and then they're next to you the next moment, that they are definitely not corporeal.
Okay.
And Fullman is going to tell the group, that's the first stage of the affliction. You can't let them near you. And these spheres, these shimmering orbs, now you can see them closely. They are honing in about a mile's distance away from you, half a mile maybe. They're starting to get faster and faster, darting across the room. With such haste, it's almost impossible for you to keep your eyes on just one. And I would love for everyone to roll another perception, but with disadvantage this time.
I rolled a nat 20, but that's what it dropped.
I rolled an 18 and a 19.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I got an 18 off of a 13 plus my 5 perception. Finally.
You guys are gonna see it all. So the orbs are getting closer and closer. They are larger than fireflies, almost the size of a volleyball. And the cavern, as they are coming closer to you, is going to start to fill with bioluminescent light. And this fog and these spores that are aligned along the walls begin to blossom. So now there's this thick bioluminescent spores with these floating, teleporting, shifting spheres all around you. And I think we should probably, unless you'd like to do anything else, roll initiative.
Oh, just want to say, How is this not The Last of Us? There's fireflies. There's mushrooms.
Mushrooms glowing.
Spores. Come on.
Can I do something before we
Of
get
course,
into initiative?
please.
I cast dancing lights to try and confuse the other orbs of light. So just like 4 golden globes of light come out. Maybe this will buy us some time.
They'll be like, whoa, different orbs.
Incognito just shakes his head. Every time. I don't get it.
Are we ready for this?
Let's go.
I was born ready.
Well, that is great news because Shiny, you are up first.
I'm going first? Okay.
Yes, if we want to know, it will be Shiny and then the orbs and then Lorelei, Enkäg, Luvan, Tahra, this Spectre, and then Fulman.
First things first, does my dancing lights have any effect at all?
No,
Okay, good. Just checking.
unfortunately
Can
not.
I stop Godzilla by flashing my headlights at it? Does that?
I had to ask. The lights are out there, but they don't seem to have any effect. And Shiny's like, I don't understand. That should have worked. Let me try this. And he is instead going to swirl his hands, speak the arcane words, and cast and like Kamehameha ball or what's the Naruto one?
Rasengan.
Rasengan, yeah, he's gonna Rasengan a ball of energy in front of him, and it's gonna be swirling with a bunch of different colors. Reds, greens, blues, purples, all the colors of the prism and the rainbow, and until it condenses, and I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb.
Ooh.
So on the all the wisps on the thing.
Ball
so that is
versus ball.
a 13. Does that hit?
No, it does not hit.
Oh dang. Okay. Well, then the ball just sort of like turns into colors and grows bigger and bigger, and it's really exciting. And then it just like pops and like sparkles just shoot everywhere. Shinies goes, hold on, hold them off. Let me try one more time. I just need 1 more minute. And that's my turn, I guess.
Well, that brings up this spectral orb, and it is going to cast invisibility.
Oh
and
my
that will be its turn.
What a fucking Braylon thing to do, bro.
I know.
Cast invisibility in the
Jeez.
middle of a fight? Come on, bro.
Next is Thunderclap. It's coming. I can just
God,
feel
right
it.
behind us.
Yeah.
What an underrated combo, man.
So good. Always my favorite.
Well, that's going to bring up Lorelei, who is going to sort of run up to one of these orbs as it approached and as you entered combat, almost takes on a humanoid form, like a ghostly apparition before you. It was once where an orb stood, so you can only assume that it has changed form. And Lorelei is gonna see this and yell out, "What the fuck?" and run towards it to try and make an attack. That does not hit. She rolled a 10, and that brings up Enkäg.
Hell yeah. Okay, so the specter we can see, but the orb is invisible, right?
Yes.
All right, so Enkäg, he sees the specter and he goes, I have to take action. And he just like dramatically runs towards it, but like puts his elbow in front of his face, like as if he were, I would say he has like a half cape. So like he does like a Batman run with the cape over his, like the half cape over his face. Towards the specter, wherever Lorelei is, probably like next to her. Well, first I'm gonna make a melee attack with my Morning Star. And then I believe I'm gonna use Divine Smite, but I have to hit, obviously. So Incognito Batman runs up. Morning Star's in the opposite hand of the one that's covering his face. And he goes, "Away, foul beast!" Oh, that's a 16.
That will hit.
Oh, so
Hell
here comes
yeah.
the piercing damage from the Morning Star, which is kind of weird. I guess because it has little teeth on it, I guess. And then Divine Smite allows me to add 2d8 extra radiant damage to the target.
Nice.
And it's only a level 1 spell slot, so 15 additional damage on top of that.
Wow.
Oh.
My goodness gracious. This specter is going to dissipate into a fog as you slash through it. That takes the specter off the board.
Yeah. Incognito spins the Morning Star around. He's like, I still got it.
Is that the end of your turn, Enkäg?
Yes, it is.
Could you please roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh, fuck. Oh my god, wait, is this thing gonna... Oh no.
Is it going to make you even younger?
Oh god, 8. Oh god.
It's gonna make you even younger. It's okay. Hey, Alex, it's okay. You're fine. I would never.
You are now Benjamin Button.
Yeah, it goes the opposite way. It just makes you super old now.
I got an 8.
I will say that as you slash through this specter, much like you felt the chirping, calling, and beckoning you towards it, you now hear your name being called out to you. Almost like a whisper or a deja vu, a specter of your past. Who is that?
Oh my god. Well, he didn't have a family. He's like the typical Batman. Sorry, parents died, but he didn't remember them. So I would say this is probably like a mentor or a teacher. His Ra's al Ghul. Whoever Incognito's Ra's al Ghul is would probably be the voice. Don't have a name, but it's some sort of a very important father/teacher figure.
Okay. That's good to know. Well, you hear that voice calling out to you from deep within the cavern, from where these orbs, these specters seem to be emanating from.
Unsettling. He looks down the path, I guess, as he hears this, and he makes the Batman cowl. Even though there's no eyebrows on the cowl, his cowl eyebrow raises and then comes back down.
It's just enough that you like barely resent. You're like, I can remember that voice. I know who that is. As you hear Enkäg in the distance.
Curious.
And that's gonna bring up Lou Vaughn, who is going to look towards the party because the specter's gone, but there are still all of these orbs flying all over the place, but nothing really to attack, at least not yet. You know that they're there, but they don't seem to be engaged with you. So I suppose he is going to skip past his turn. Oh, where did they go?
Out of character, what Tahra's going to do is hold her turn, but out loud she's going to be like, be alert, there were a few orbs that went invisible, but I'm holding my turn until they reappear.
Fullman will do the same, but is going to use his turn to reposition to go closer to the origin of these orbs. And he's just going to say, do y'all hear that? It sounds like there's somebody down there.
Down where? Do they need help?
Enkäg is not. He's listening to this, but he's like, he doesn't want to say. He doesn't want to say what he hears.
All I hear is that chirping.
I don't hear anything. Besides the chirping, of course.
And in between the group and Fullman now, an orb will reappear and take on this spectral body once more.
Fullman, look out!
Shinies, that brings up your turn.
Yeah, he sees this specter appear, and now it's got like a humanoid form, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so these orbs are taking on humanoid characteristics, but they are very vague, almost like a sheet is over the figure.
Got it.
The longer that they remain on the plane, the more features they will start to have.
Ooh, cool.
I see. So they're like coming into focus,
Yeah.
kind of. Okay, I see.
Ew, like clones, fake clones, or like unfinished clones.
I say we just wait until it fully forms. I want to see what it looks like, guys. That'll be fine, right?
I got it this time. Don't worry, this time it'll work. And I'm going to do the same thing. Like all of these colors sort of like come into a Rasengan ball, but it too explodes as if it hasn't worked. But instead, the shiny parts go shooting out, and they start to track the specter. And I'm gonna cast Magic Missile.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can't miss.
Nope.
I cannot miss. So that is going to be 1d4 plus 1 damage. So 2 damage.
You do it 3 times total, I thought. You get 3 missiles.
3. Thank you very much. Yeah. So I'm gonna cast that damage 2 more times. Another 2 and 3. So that's 7 damage in total. Shinies will go. That was deliberate. 100% intentional.
These magic missiles are gonna slam and smash into this ghostly figure, and it is going to look towards you, reaching its arm out and scream. Can you do a wisdom save for me?
Oh no!
I can. Here's my wisdom save. Oh no, 2! I rolled a 6 in total. I rolled a 2.
So after this specter reaches out and screams, you're going to see its features begin to take place. Its dragon-like appearance, sleek and slender, covered in scales. This shiny is a specter of your past,
Oh no.
reaching out to you, begging for life. Shinies, no! And who is this that Shiny might see?
Oh, I think that this is an older brother who was an incredibly talented and practiced wizard where the two grew up, almost like a protector of their town or village, and was struck down untimely while trying to defend the Dragonborn settlement. So yeah, it's an older brother that he knows.
Oh, that hits.
Yeah, and he goes, Squirtle?
Oh, that was great. and that's the end of your turn.
And that's the end of my turn.
Squirtle. So that's gonna go to the orbs.
Oh, can I jump in?
Of course.
Because I held my action.
Yes, please. Let
Now
me
that
move
it's
you around.
reappeared.
Yep.
Okay. So Squirtle, and then as that's being said, Tahra leaps forward to the specter, gets right in front of it, and tries to hit it with her rapier. 8.
Whoa.
Unfortunately, that will not hit. The rapier slices through the specter almost as if it were just mist.
Dang it. So move forward in front, and then right in front of it, I guess like where it's pointing, she almost, or maybe to the side, she'll like try to cut through its arm, and it doesn't do anything, and it's still pointing its spectral hand at 2 scoops.
Whoa.
Squirtle's eyes just glistening back at you.
And he's just transfixed now, just sort of like frozen in confusion and terror.
And we are going to move on to the orbs once more.
Oh, what about the dwarf? Didn't the dwarf hold his turn?
Yeah, somebody
The
else
dwarf
delayed.
did hold his action. We can put him in if you would like. Let's move him up. So Fulman is going to go up to the specter as well and try to slash at it with his longsword. Oh, yeah. And is definitely gonna hit.
Dirty 20.
That's gonna be 8 damage, but unfortunately, because he has made contact with the spirit, he must do a wisdom save and not do too great.
Fulman. Come on, bro.
You're gonna see Fulman dart his eyes back towards the origin of this cavern and is going to yell out, Alicia, and take a couple steps after hitting this specter towards the end of the cave. And that will bring up the orb's turn, and they are going to use their turn to take shape of yet another specter. And this one towards the opening over here where Fulman is being drawn towards is going to start to take the shape, albeit slowly, of a female dwarf.
Oh, I don't like these things.
Little trauma ghosts.
Yeah, this is like one of those really cursed episodes of Tales from the Crypt.
Yes, I love that. Those are the vibes.
I imagine too, like as they grow in shape, like those mushrooms on the walls and the floor are like opening up too as they like bloom in the cave, like as they get bigger.
That brings up Lorelei, who is going to now see two specters in front of her, and the cavern is still filled with these orbs, all flying, floating, chirping above you, sort of watching the encounter take place now, almost like you're the entertainment of this evening. Lorelei is going to try to hit the specter that is near Fulman, is going to miss. How the fuck do you hit these things? And that brings up Enkäg.
Oh, this is not the battlefield I want. Okay, so I might need another like repainting the scene, but there are specters that come from orbs. There are numerous orbs flying around.
Yes.
And the light that these orbs give off are making the Last of Us mold or flowers bloom. Are these flowers all over the cave, or are they just in one spot?
They're almost speckled about the cave, like in cracks and crevices here and there. But as the orbs get closer to them, it's almost like they're being activated with life.
And they spit out stuff? They're spraying out stuff, or is that just something?
There's some sporage in the air, a thick.
I feel like there's some kind of like psychoactive,
That's what I'm thinking. I feel like this is like
happening
some
here.
fucking LSD shit. Okay, well, I hate not having spell slots. This is the worst. Like, I'm gonna use Divine Sense. So as an action, I can cast Detect Good and Evil. Until the end of my next turn, I can sense anything affected by the hollow spell or know the location of any celestial, fiend, undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. And I can use this once per day. I'm going to pop it.
Okay.
So it's not a spell slot, it's an ability. The part I'm interested in is learning if these things that are flying around are celestial, fiends, undead.
Okay.
Or if they're caused by... If I don't detect anything, then I think that it's caused by the plant.
After casting that, what you find out is that you're definitely not dealing with any celestial, a fiend, and weirdly enough, it's not giving you any undead vibes.
I knew it.
Interesting.
So Incognito has his what do I use? His Morning Star. His Morning Star. He flips it upside down and grips it with both hands as this shade is in front of him, and I assume it's battling somebody else. I forget who's next to me, but
I think Lorelei was next to you. Yeah.
So if they're engaged, he's like kind of doesn't move, but like he leans back a little and grips the Morning Star upside down, and he just starts like muttering in Elvish a chant for like basically the Green Lantern cry, like, in darkest night, show me what's right, show me evil, show me everything that I will with my might. And he's like chanting, and it's just, he's trying to go guttural, but he's fucking 12 years old, so he can't go that guttural. And when he opens his eyes, it's kind of like white with blue rings to kind of like scan what's going on, and he notices that these things are not, they're basically like, they're there, but his vision isn't highlighting them, meaning like, hey, they're not any of the things that I'm looking for.
That I can sense, yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, okay, this is very weird. And then he gets the Batman kind of intuitive look as he looks around the room, and I'm just going to perceive it as Alex knows that there is possibly LSD in the air, but I don't think Incognito would figure that out just yet.
He just takes a deep breath.
Keep fighting, yeah. Okay. Just doesn't understand.
What's that smell?
Pineapples and salt. Or pineapples and pepper, aka mustard gas or chlorine gas.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for me. Can't do anything else.
All right. Well, that's going to bring up Lee-Bonés, and I will roll that. Oh, that is definitely going to hit with a 23. Lee-Bonés is going to come charging towards one of these specters. The first one, in fact, because it looks as though Lorelei is engaging with the one that's near Fulman. And is going to inflict 9 damage. This specter that's reaching out towards Shiny. Squirtle. What are Squirtle's final words to you, Shiny, as it turns into mist?
You could have saved me.
You could have saved me, Shiny. And Squirtle is gone.
No. Squirtle.
So there is now, let me update the map, just one specter on the board. The faraway one that is engaged with Fulman currently. And Fulman is transfixed upon this now dwarven woman. And it is that dwarven woman's turn. And it is going to cast Life Drain on Fulman here. The specter rolled a 14 and hit, and the damage Life Drain is going to be 10. No, it's not. Maybe. Who knows what could happen?
Instinctually, as the specter goes to hit, something pulls within Tahra, and she turns that way and lifts her arm almost without her, not of her own volition, and then these silvery barbs are going to shoot from her hand and shoot through the specter, and I'm casting silvery barbs, which makes them, if they hit, they have to roll again and take the lower roll.
I hate, as a DM, I hate that fucking spell. I hate silvery barbs so much.
But it's so cool though.
It is so good.
It's so great. Well, that's much higher. So that was 20.
Dang it. But I get to give someone advantage on their next attack ability or saving throw, so I'm going to give it to... who's getting hit? Fulman?
Fulman, the dwarf.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Fulman. So the lights from encasing the silvery barbs, they shoot through, but then the light comes out and then wraps itself around Fulman, and you see the light just get sucked into him.
And yet at the same time, the life being drained from his body from this specter that is almost looking towards Fulman with love. Like it's embracing Fulman into its arms, and he steps closer and closer to it. Shiny.
So what's on the field? What are the things on the field here?
There is now currently just this one specter that has Fulman entranced.
Am I nearby it?
I would say within range, yeah.
Okay. Because I think what happens is when the ghost of Squirtle dissipates, Shiny's is left absolutely devastated, and the only thing that he can yell is Squirtle's name, and it comes out really loud and it echoes around this chamber, and he closes his eyes and he's just like, Squirtle! And as he yells, a jet of flame emits from his mouth in the direction of the specter. He's not aiming it, this is involuntary, but it just happens to be in the direction of this other specter. So that's going to be a dex saving
All right.
for this thing. You're looking for 11 or higher.
That is an 11 exactly.
Oh, matches.
Yeah. All right. Half damage on a miss. Ooh, not a lot. So only
one.
Only one. Yeah. So it just licks this specter, but the cave for a couple of seconds just becomes engulfed in this brazier of flame that explodes out of Charizard's mouth as he screams. And that's my turn.
Ugh. I love that. Tahra, it is actually your turn.
Tara's going to look towards Enkäg and see him with his Morning Star in his arms and having him look around, and then she's going to say, "You're the only one that seems to be able to take out these things, and give him bardic inspiration,
Ooh.
and then approach this new specter and try to attack it with a rapier. 12.
12 will hit.
All
Yes! Yay, I could do things.
You can do stuff and things.
Okay, so 1d8 plus 3 piercing damage, and it is a blessed weapon. Oh my god, 4.
Oh, 1. You go 1.
That's okay. Chipping it one bit at a time. Does that end your turn, Tahra?
Yes, as she barely nicks it with her rapier on the side, and there does seem to be like some of the spectral form starts to fade, but very little.
So it is Fulman's turn, and I believe he has to make a save. A Constitution saving throw.
Way to go,
Ha-ha!
Fullman. Way to go, Fullman.
Life drain is no longer going to be taking effect. However, he does still seem entranced by this specter and is going to get closer and closer, now just feet between them. Alicia, is that really you? And you just see the specter. He's almost not even noticing this, but the specter's mouth just getting wider and wider.
Four time.
This is
Four
some
time.
berserk type shit right here.
That'll bring up Lorelei, who will finally hit. My goodness. But only deals 4 damage. Enkäg, it is your turn. There is 1 specter left.
What is the dice for Bardic Inspiration, Susan? Is it D6 at this point?
D6.
I feel emboldened by the inspiration that Tahra gave me, and he goes, "Oh, thanks, Tahra." And he will move towards. Well, he knows it's not a ghost. I'm trying to figure out if he would think to go after the plants. I mean, my intelligence is 8, so I don't think he would put it together. He just knows that like these things aren't ghosts, so he's not that. That means he won't activate Divine Smite, but what he will do is he switches to the javelin, to one of his javelins, and he like takes the position of like Olympic javelin thrower. I'm gonna try and hit it with a javelin, and I will add my D6 of Bardic Inspiration to this. 18, and I'm still adding the Bardic Inspiration because I said I would anyways. So it's 19 total, I think.
That is definitely going to hit.
6 damage.
Ooh, nice.
He'll shout out to Fullman. He's like, "She's not real. She's a fake. Snap out of it."
Does that end your turn, Enkäg?
I'm gonna move towards the plant. I think I accidentally moved towards the plant. Like I'll move, but I'll like position myself near whatever the closest plant crevice thing is.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's it for me.
All right, that'll bring up Luvan, who rolled a crit 1. And unfortunately,
Do we pull a card for that, Jamie?
I mean, it is technically a crit.
No,
It is a crit.
I fixed his legs.
It is technically. That's a crit.
Not even technically. It is. It is absolutely. a
definitely
crit.
is. So I think you are right, Ian. And you know what? You are the creator of the show. So really, what you say matters. It dictates what we do. So
It's a crit, damn it.
it's a crit, and we have got to respect it.
Thank you.
So let's roll on the table a d20. I'm rolling it to myself. I don't know why, but I rolled a 10. Can each of you roll a d20, please? So I need to figure out which one of you is going to be affected by by this die.
Why can't it just be Luvan? No.
That's no fun, Alex. Where's the fun in giving effects to NPCs?
no.
Come on.
Oh no. Is
Beautiful.
It's gonna be shiny.
It's gonna have to be shiny.
Oh,
So shiny.
He's having a bad day.
He's having a bad day. But
Unless this is really good.
unless it's really good, who knows? But you're going to remember as you see Squirtle evaporate in front of you that you have had a dream recently with Squirtle in it. And Squirtle told you in this dream some very ancient wisdom. You don't really remember it because like it's one of those pieces of a dream that you can't quite remember the details of, but you are going to get 1 permanent point of wisdom.
Oh, that is good.
What the hell?
Wow.
No, give him no. Give him the age one. No.
No, give him the mystery one. I
Give him the
haven't
mystery
seen
one,
come up
yeah.
yet.
It's coming.
Oh, that is incredible. So, yeah, man, it's like there's a lot of conflicting emotions and feelings going on, but I feel like Shiny's like digs deep down, like takes a breath and searches for not this like accusatory thing that the Spectre said, but like the love and the wisdom that he had gotten from his brother, and holds onto that memory instead of being troubled.
I like that.
Yes.
Stands back up as the embers like float up from his mouth.
And mechanically, that card was the Hanged Man. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The Hanged Man, one of my favorites, because he's basically like a little bondage baby.
Yeah, he's upside down.
So, it is the Spectre, Alicia. It's her turn. And what we're going to do...
Alicia, baby, it's over. He's over you. Get over
but
it.
she,
He's moved on. It's time for you to move on, Alicia.
she is going to perform Life Drain once more and roll a crit. Again, a critical 20.
Oh, we got another
So
one
we
back
got
to
another
back.
one. Back to back. A bad one and a good
Whoa.
one.
Alicia, baby, come on.
I know, jeez. 15, beautiful. So on 15,
This is like Justice or fucking The Wheel or something.
this one will have to come into the story also.
Oh, we got two of those now.
We've got two that I'm going to try to smush. I don't know if this one will be able to smush at the end of this, but Susan's we can for sure.
What card was it?
The Queen. Or no, I'm sorry. The Empress, not the Queen. The Empress.
Empress.
Which one did I get?
You rolled the 10. So if I pulled it up, it would be like the equivalent of when you pull like the 10 of Swords or the 10 of Pentacles.
Okay.
Ah.
So that's going to do critical damage to Fulman. Oh, bye, Fulman. Is that really you, Alicia? And Fulman is going to take 3 to 4 more steps. Daddy's right here. And fall off the cavern ledge.
It was his daughter.
Oh.
Oh.
I think Enkäg sees it. He's like, "No, full man!" And then just
F's in the chat. F's for Fulman.
F's for Fulman, bro.
Whenever you get to this point in the episode, listeners, I want you to put F in the Discord.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Whatever future.
Whenever it comes out, yeah.
Whenever you're listening to this.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just put the F in there.
It'll be in April at some point. So if in April, mid-April, we see F start showing up in the episode discussion.
Oh my god.
We're probably not
F.
going to remember.
Yeah, we're gonna be like, what's going on?
Hello, listeners. Thank you for joining me in the mid-roll. I hope you're enjoying the short break from our Star Wars story with our D&D one-shot adventure. We're planning on running Ghosts of Grayhill through March and April with a wrap-up conversation when the one-shot is done, and we'll likely finish releasing episodes for it in May, when we'll be right back to the Empire's Edge campaign with Elo, Bigax, and Zalora. I've got a few more helpful links and helpful places for information on defending LGBTQIA+, freedom and liberation. We've talked about it before on this show, but the Transgender Law Center is a trans-run organization fighting for equity and helping to reshape law in the United States to recognize and protect the dignity of trans and gender nonconforming people. They have programs for trans youth, trans people of color, and trans people with disabilities. You can visit their website to donate to this incredible organization and for a ton of information regarding trans identities and the projects that they focus on. There is really useful information on gender and sexual orientation equality, including a map that outlines overall policy for each state in the US. Please visit transgenderlawcenter.org. We have links to that in the episode notes and in our Discord. And also, let me bring to your attention the ACLU's Drag Defense Fund. As I'm sure you're aware, the ACLU is a legal organization working towards justice and equality on a variety of issues, mostly pertaining to human rights and civil liberties. The art of drag performance has been facing threats across the country, from violent domestic terrorists, Christo-fascists, and discriminatory policies of right-wing lawmakers. There are many types of performances that the art of drag encompasses, but in general, drag is an expression of creativity, liberation, gender identity, and self-expression. It is a freedom protected by the First Amendment, and the ACLU's Drag Defense Fund is a way to ensure that it remains protected so any American citizen can express themselves freely. Please consider donating or suggesting that your place of employment donate to this important fund. Please visit action.aclu.org/give/support Drag Defense Fund. Again, links provided in the episode notes and in our Discord. Thank you for listening, and now let's get back to the episode.
That will bring up Shiny.
So he's shaking this off. He's just had this really traumatic experience, and he sees Fulman just plummet, and he's gonna do another colored Rasengan on this specter, and this time he's like determined, and he's gritting his teeth, and he's in super try-hard mode now, so he cannot fail. Here we go. How's an 8 suit you?
You really built that up, Ian.
Yeah, well, it was gonna come. It was going one way or the other.
It wouldn't be Respect the Crit without one of us doing that at least once.
Yeah, right.
That has to happen once.
So unfortunately, even with your can-do-itiveness, that is going to be a miss.
Well, he's gonna say under his breath, "This one's for you, Squirtle," and then the light builds up in between his hands and explodes out, and again it just like sparkles out all over the place, but does absolutely nothing. And he just looks in disbelief at his hands and where the magic is sort of dissipating around him. And that's his turn.
Is this the performance of the greatest wizard of all time?
Yeah.
Oh, easy. Come on, DM, go easy on us, man. What are you doing?
This has never happened before.
This is when you do your bard stuff, Susan. This is when you gotta cheer him up.
Oh,
Tahra.
Get those bagpipes out.
probably hearing Shiny say that, like, "This one's for you, Squirtle," even if it's under his breath. This is a cavern, so everything echoes. And now putting two and two together, because she heard him say Squirtle when the specter is pointing at him. So she's going to look back for a moment, and that was not your brother. Your brother would want only the best for you. I'm sure that he loves you, and even though your magic failed this time, he would want you to try again. And then Bardic Inspiration. And then Rapier. Then turn back around and stab.
Like
right.
this, watch me.
Yeah. Try like this. Well, now that I've said that. And misses. Because I got a 7. Yeah, like this. And then
Yeah. Poing.
yeah, completely misses. Probably because that was kind of a long speech, so she's probably still looking back at Chinese while saying this.
Yeah.
It's not about the outcome. It's about what's in here. It's about the heart that you put into it. That's what being a hero means.
Yeah, he's got it. He knows.
We fall so we can pick ourselves back up.
Yes. Oh my God. It's like he's read my memoirs.
Well, that's gonna bring up Lorelai, who's gonna biff it. My God, no, that's my second critical one.
Oh my
What
gosh.
is
God,
this?
Lorelai,
This does
stop.
This does not seem fair at this point.
We're kicking Lorelai off the team. She's not allowed to travel with us.
Jeez, she sucks. An 8.
It's not that she sucks. It's that like she's causing universal chaos amongst our group.
Yeah.
Oh no, someone's losing
no.
another 10 years of age here.
10 ghosts appeared.
No. Here's what we'll do. Can everybody roll me a perception check?
Okay.
This is so random.
Oh fuck.
But I
7.
feel like I can't just push it off anymore. We're just gonna do it. We're throwing it in.
Got a dirty 20.
15.
7 for me.
We'll say Tahra and Shiny. You're going to notice out of the corner of your eye something gleaming on the cave floor next to like a knapsack. It looks like probably some adventurer stuff, but this gleaming seems to be coming from a sword that is tilted on a rock's edge on the cavern floor.
Ooh, is it perhaps a rapier?
Sure.
Oh,
Ooh,
It doesn't specify, so we'll say yes.
I'm double wielding.
So you will see that sword along with a bag off to the side. And you do know that a lot of adventurers have gone through these caves before, so it is not unusual to see old camp gear or old, pots and pans and things like that. But this definitely stands out because it's sort of glowing on the sideline.
Ooh, okay. Well, we're kind of engaged at the moment, so
I know, right?
Take note of that.
I was like, man, you guys we're rolling all these crits, but I can't really do anything while we're in combat, so.
Where do you think we were gonna roll them, Jamie?
I don't know. I did not think this through fully, obviously.
I feel like it just feels right for this fucking ghost world, like this place where
For it to be weird.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
not weird, but more like there's undead stuff. These poor people are trying to build this new settlement, and they just keep getting, there's all these problems. There's wild magic and stuff here. It makes sense to me, like, all kinds of weird fonts of magic here.
Yeah.
Enkäg, that brings you up.
Enkäg is positioned closer to the plant in the wall, and I would say with this 8 intelligence, still doesn't quite understand what's going on. So he's going to, if I can, use my action to kind of turn to the plant and see how they react to the orbs flying above. And then he's going to like reach into the crevice and crush a plant. He's just going to, while looking at the orb, he's going to go like, does this do anything? Like just destroy a plant.
Interesting. So you're like shoving your fist into this spore.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
8 intelligence.
8 intelligence. Yeah.
Immediately you're gonna feel like a jelly sort of like consistency. It is very sticky, like the type of slime you don't want to play with because you can't get it off of anything.
Yep.
You don't know me, Jamie. You don't know. I'm into it.
These plants seem to really only be reacting to the orbs in vicinity. So as the orbs get closer, the plants fill more with life, and as they get further away, they sort of close back up, and the spores don't go anywhere else.
Okay.
But you are now covered in plant jizz.
Love it. So that counts as my action to destroy a plant, I guess, or to figure out like crushing it.
Yeah, we'll say that the information you received sort of takes up your turn.
I guess I'll call out to Tahra, and then whoever else is next. I'll just tell them like, "Hey, try to shoot the orbs. They're laughing at us. I don't like it.
What do you think we've been doing?
No, not this thing. The thing above us." And I'll point to the ones that are flying all over the room above us. Those are the ones that are chirping, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And just point up, away from the specter. But yeah, that's the end of my turn, as I'm covered in plant goop and jizz.
Alrighty, that brings up Lee-Bonés, who upon instruction is going to take out his longbow and begin to shoot at these orbs. And he rolls an 18, which does not hit the orbs.
18.
18 does not hit.
Does not hit the orbs. But
Oh,
you are
no.
you're not engaged with the orbs currently. So they are above you and around you, but you are only engaged with this one specter.
I
For
see.
now, you
Yo.
have garnered some attention.
Terrifying.
Absolutely.
And it is now the specter's turn. Enkäg, can you roll a wisdom save?
That's a 21, Jamie.
What?
This specter is going to look towards Enkäg, almost trying to read you, your face, your memories, your expression, but is met with steely resilience from Enkäg.
As this happens, he looks at it and he goes, "Nice try, ghost. I invented the darkness." And he like sniffles because he's got goop on his face.
I keep forgetting he's a child. And so that means that they will not be able to begin the process for their attacks because you are not affected. And they're going to move on to whoever is the next closest, which is Tahra. But it's not their turn. That's not going to be until next round. So it is going to try to sort of charm Enkäg, get frustrated that it's not working, and is now going to try and charge Tahra. At the end of your turn, Tahra, we're going to have you roll a wisdom save. But for now, it is Shiny's turn.
What's your trauma, Tahra? What trauma do you have?
I guess we'll find out.
Leave my mom alone. I mean, leave Tahra alone.
Mommy?
It said I had to abandon a child and he doesn't know I'm his mom.
All right. Well, I don't have any spell slots, so I am just going to cast a cantrip at the specter, the one that is assaulting Tahra, or coming up to assault Tahra. I say, "Get away from her, you bitch!" And then I'm going to make a sort of like do some hand motions, and a ball of caustic energy is going to spit out towards, or hurl towards the specter. I'm going to cast Acid Splash. It's a dexterity saving throw. 12 is the target.
That is a nat 20, a 22.
Oh, God. Okay.
What is up with
These
your
ghosts.
dice?
These ghosts.
Listen, blame D&D Beyond, okay?
Now we're getting to scary ones because like their numbers.
I know.
are like,
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
The card, and Alex, I think Enkäg will like this card. The card is Justice.
Yes.
Oh.
The
Absolutely.
Justice card.
Justice is always served, regardless of who's administering it.
You are going to be meeting somebody probably immediately after the encounter, but we will get to that.
So I want to say that this one is successfully cast, but it is just inaccurate.
Tahra.
Okay. Enkäg told us to go after the orbs. Are there any orbs around the specter?
Around the specter, no. The orbs are pretty high above you guys. Almost spectating.
Yeah, I might have been wrong, but I mean,
Okay.
eight intelligence, so roll with it.
Yeah, get into that character. You're covered in slime now. I love it.
How is this not Ghostbusters? Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Seeing that I missed being distracted, gonna turn away from Chinese and look at the specter this time and attack with the rapier. I don't have many like actual good spells, guys, so that's why I'm using all
That's
rapier.
okay. Understandable at level 2, right?
Yeah, I randomly rolled my spells, so it's like comprehend languages, speak with animals.
Oh,
I had no idea.
Oh no.
I was lucky enough to get healing word, but
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I mean, that,
You guys haven't taken any damage though.
yeah, right.
That's true. That's true.
other things have happened. I've turned to a child. We've been missing all our attacks. Our loved
Emotional
ones-
damage.
Yeah.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, the Stephen He. This time, looking at the specter, cannot miss, right, Ian?
Absolutely. I believe in you, Tahra.
10.
10 does not hit.
Looking at it, straight in its eyes, but not at her own weapon, she swings, realizing maybe I should look at where my weapon is going. I'm narrowing this down, guys.
Well, this specter is looking back at you, and with making eye contact, I think we're gonna have to roll a wisdom save.
Okay.
It's happening now.
I'm putting out good energy.
Me too.
Good energy, the vibes.
Like you're Goku and I'm giving you my spirit force.
Yeah.
16.
Yes.
There it is.
You're good.
Okay, give me the energy back. I need the energy back. Give it.
Okay.
Alex, okay, bring it over here.
Do you have any left over?
Yeah.
Well, it is Lorelai's turn. She's gonna try to swipe. And that's a hit, baby.
Yeah.
5 damage. Slicing through this specter. And this specter is going to twirl around after being hit and sort of reach out towards Lorelai, just inches away from grasp. And that will bring up Enkäg.
Okay, I'm covered in goop.
You
and
are. You're goopy.
I saw someone try to hit the orbs and they're too high, and then he kind of goes back to like, it's not gonna work. And he'll see the spirit, the shade or whatever, almost close to reaching Lorelai, and he goes, "No, someone's in danger!" And he's gonna burn the last spell slot for Divine Smite, and well, he's gonna run. He's gonna do the Batman run towards it, and Divine Smite the spirit. And I should have saved that fucking Bardic Inspiration from earlier, but here we go. That's a crit 1.
Oh no! We've rolled so many crits this session.
Seriously.
Jamie, you were not prepared. You're gonna have to find more cards to pull.
All right, what cards are left here?
Well, why don't you roll and let's see if we can implement anything right away.
Oh yeah, 11. We haven't gotten 11 yet. This sounds like a scary number.
11 is one of my favorite numbers. The Magician.
Oh,
Ooh.
I like this card. This is one of my favorite cards.
I'll try and when they come up, I'll try to be like, and this is from when we rolled the card, the Magician.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel I'm waiting for that other shoe to drop if
Yeah,
we
it's
ever
been a
get out
while.
of combat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like,
Just like 6 people walk into the cavern and
Yeah.
here's
They're
a
like,
new
"Hey,
quest
which one
line.
Are you Justice or which one are you?
Are you the tens or
Are you the
which
10s
one?
or the Justice? Which one are you?
Are you a magician or are you?
Well, Louvain will have him attack the humanoid specter, but he rolled a 2, so never mind. And now
The
it is
specter.
I know, my God. You have no idea how close this specter is to
It's
death.
gonna
And
kill
he's
Lorelai first.
surrounded.
But Jesus. Yeah, it is going to go for Lorelai because Lorelai is within its grasp. And it is going to try Life Drain.
Don't look at it, Lorelai.
That is a 16.
That's a hit.
And that will
Oh,
hit.
fuck.
Yep. Ooh. 11 damage.
Oh. I hope they're level 3 at minimum.
That was a lot.
That's like a
That
whole
was a
Chinese.
lot. Yeah,
That's a whole person.
They rolled very well for that.
That's a level 2 caster right there. Yeah, for sure.
And Lorelai is going to, almost in a trance, drop her weapon to the ground. Shinies! You got this, Shiny. Best wizard in the land. Let's do it.
Well, we know how well all my spells have been doing. So it's gonna keep on with that caustic, baby. Acid splash again. So dexterity save. 12's your target. Here we go. One more again.
You got this. I believe in you.
I believe in me too. I've always believed in me. I'm the greatest wizard in all the land.
It's a fail. They rolled a 5.
Yes. Finally.
Let's go.
It has happened to the ghost. And
So let me roll that damage. It's 1d6 acid damage coming at you. Here we go. 3 acid damage as this caustic magic splashes against this specter in front of Lorelai.
And as the acid starts to burn through this specter, it is going to fall to the ground, pulled by gravity, because the specter is dissipated into mist.
Nice. That one was for Squirtle. That one was for Squirtle.
I meant that one earlier. That's
I meant
what
that one, yes. Yeah. Nailed it.
And that will take you guys out of combat. There are still these floating, flying orbs above you, but they are going to begin to dissipate and blink out of existence, leaving behind the echoing chirps from before.
What was all that?
That's how they laugh at us. I know it is, those chirps. Arrogant spirits. Don't they understand? Justice has to be served. Come fight us like men next time.
Enkäg, you were on fire. I gotta say, if this is you at 1/12 your full potential, I can't wait to see when you get, fully grown.
And he cape swishes. Me too. I can't wait till I regain my full strength, but for now I can only do what I did twice, which means I can't do that anymore. Justice has to rest for at least 6 hours minimum.
Tahra, you really helped me. I needed your words back there. That was tough. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, it was nothing. Are you okay? You seemed quite shook by that specter's form.
I am now. What I saw there was my brother, who is no longer with us. And against my better judgment in the moment, I guess I wanted it to be him. And it kind of cost my concentration. But I know that it isn't. I know that it can't be.
Yeah, I encountered a similar issue when I destroyed the first creature, first spirit. I heard my mentor's voice, and I know he no longer is here. And using my quick intuition and wit and intelligence, I was able to determine it was a ruse. And then he'll look over the cliff where Fullman walked off, and he goes, "Oh, but poor, beautiful Fullman. A true warrior of justice."
Were we not in the cave, perhaps I would play a dirge, but that may attract more unwanted visitors.
Yeah, Enkäg will look at the Lorelei and Louvain. Is there anything we'd like to do for your fallen brethren, your fellow seeker of justice?
Well, fuck, he was supposed to be the muscle. And Lorelei is gonna look very agitated. I mean, I guess it's 1/3 less that we gotta cash out, but... And Louvain is just going to sort of look over the edge, peeking to see if he can get a glimpse of Fullman, but he doesn't seem to be anywhere.
I would stay back, friend. It's a long way down.
I cast some very solemn dancing lights over the gorge as lights of vigil for fallen Fullman.
Well, we still gotta get to the cave, so we better get a move on. Grab your shit, let's go.
Oh, isn't it night? We're leaving right now?
I mean, do you feel safe staying in camp?
No, but I presume you're right. It's just this body is getting cranky when it's not rested.
Let's catch our breath, make sure that we're good, pack up what you need, and we'll get out of here.
All right, kid, sounds good. So you're gonna begin to pack up camp.
Yeah.
Can we take a short rest? Can we do like a short
I
rest?
will let you take a short rest. There also is the matter of your 8 that you rolled for the crit table, which is this bag of goodies and a sword upon the cavern floor.
Oh, yeah, the sword we saw.
But you're going to begin to pack up, and it looks as though Lorelei is in a rush, throwing things into a bag. Louvain, though his legs are a bit better, the encounter definitely took its toll on him. He seems a bit tired.
Yeah, I know. So I'm telling you.
Yeah, as all
Listen
of
to
us.
me.
As you all are.
Yeah.
So go ahead and take the short rest.
I do pull out that sword to see. I sort of like find my way over to the group. A rapier. Tahra, isn't this the sword you wield?
It is, but this is one that is blessed by the temple. Is that one any better?
Well, I assume I can sense magic coming off of it, right?
You can, yes. And if you want to run an arcana, you can as well. But it is emanating magic, and it is beautifully inlaid with like these jade innate decorations down the sheath.
Ooh. I say, well, it is magical. That's for sure. Though what magic, I'm not certain. And I pull it out of the sheath. What does it do?
The sword is going to begin to sing an angelic tune. Hallelujah, hallelujah, Shiny. You have been graced with this musical sword. And let's give it a name. What's a great name for this musical weapon?
Oh, the jade. Let's say that the jade, this like beautiful green stone inlaid, is like this very intricate pattern of of ivy sort of like growing from the pommel up the hilt and like up and like along the blade even like etched in. And I'll hold the sword aloft and say, I shall name you Ivysaur.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Yes.
Ian, have I
take an
mentioned that I
inspiration.
love you?
Ivysaur!
Oh my god. Ian, I love you.
And then it begins to speak to you in this angelic tone.
Oh.
Almost in a auto-tune sort of
You should have called
Auto-tune.
the sword T-Pain.
sort of effect to it, and it's just
Great.
it's just going to ask, who is the master wielder?
I am Shiny's Two Scoops Charizard, the greatest wizard in all the land. And it is my honor to wield you, Ivysaur.
That's cool, bro. And you are now synced with this sword as one. What is that? I picture it as like, fuck. What's that freaking anime where the clothes come alive?
Oh, Kill la Kill.
Kill la Kill, thank you.
Yeah.
And it is very Kill la Kill-esque, where you now have a relationship with this blade.
Oh God, do I get naked? Does it make me naked?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Enkäg, cover your eyes. Cover your eyes, Enkäg.
I'm feeling something, but I don't know what it is.
You're about to learn of what a cloaca is sooner than I anticipated.
Tara covers his eyes with both her hands.
Thank you.
I mean, Tahra, thank you.
But you are one with this blade.
Nice. Is this a +1 rapier? Is that what you're telling me?
It is. And every
Okay.
time it is unsheathed, it will sing loudly
Okay.
or whisper to the wielder. You have no control over which one.
Awesome, dope. Cannot wait for that.
That singing sword is so fun. I forgot about this thing.
I gently put it back in its sheath and slip it into my belt. Okay, I think I'm ready. Everyone else, if that's just a taste of what the settlement of Grayhill has been experiencing, I gotta say I'm a little bit nervous about what we are to meet.
Yeah, same. I don't remember the spirits being this ferocious.
I'm feeling especially nervous seeing as we haven't gotten a full night's rest, but we can't sleep here.
We'll find somewhere else.
Yes, of course. Let's set forth.
If the people of Grayhill can't rest, then neither can we.
True. I love it. An honorable man of justice. You continue to surprise me, Two Scoops.
Two Scoops just gives him a big grin. Blush. He just blushes. He just blushes real hard.
Cape swish in front of his mouth. Runs down the, not runs, but speed walks down the corridor, down the tunnel.
So you're walking through the cavern, you still hear the water rushing from all around you, these giant waterfalls towering from above, streaming in. And the floors and walls, even the ceilings, are thick and slick with water. So you need to be very careful as you're walking through. You're going to come across or come upon a set of bridges. They are both unintact. One is much shorter, made of stone and full of age and wear. It has either side jutting from the one that you were on and the one that you need to get to about 5 feet, but there's 30 to 40 feet in between those edges. And then there's another man-made bridge that is rope, seemingly cut in half in the middle, keeping you from being able to get to the other side. And as you're approaching, Lorelei is going to say, well, how the fuck do we get across?
Don't worry, I have just the spell. Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Respect the Crits, Ghosts of Grayhill. If you like what you heard, please consider supporting us by leaving a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts or whatever platform you use to listen. It's easy, free, and helps others hear about the show. For more information about the show, visit @RespectTheCrit on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, or come join the community in our official Discord. Incognito is played by Alex Herrera, who you can find on Twitter @AE Herrera or on his Twitch channel, WadeWolf10. Dactyl is played by Susan Spenader, who you can find on Instagram @SuzLaluz. Shiny's Charizard is played by me, Ian Duncan, and you can find me @idunks on Twitter and Instagram. Our Dungeon Master is Jamie Lee-Bonés, and you can find her on Instagram and TikTok @JamieMFBones. The music in this episode is provided with license or permission by a variety of talented artists, whose info and credits can be found in the episode notes. Please support them by visiting their platforms to hear more of their work. Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition is published by Wizards of the Coast. And remember, whatever the system, whether it's a miss or a hit, you always gotta respect the crit. Thank you for listening, and may you heal that which haunts you.
And Jamie, just so you know, I added a +1 rapier because that's what the blessing gave. It added +1. So
Jamie, just want to let
just
you know,
added it to my sheet.
I didn't add anything because I didn't get anything.
well, sucks to be you.
It does.
Sucks to suck, Alex, doesn't
Sucks
it?
to suck, my guy.